I agree with you 100%. Everything that you mentioned is so solid, man. Um, but there's one thing that we have to ensure ourselves, um, for us to be able to feel, is to surround ourselves with people that gives us enough room for us to feel. Like, if you want to cry, just go,
Mm,
put your cry your eyes out, whatever the case may be. If you want to vent,
mm,
vent. I mean, the most important thing is who you surround yourself with. Now, I'm blessed enough to have the most amazing friends. Okay.
mm,
And even though I say friends, it sounds like a lot, but it's not. Um, One of the few friends that I can mention is Justin. Justin is like my best friend right now because he's the one person that listens to me every day because he genuinely cares about my mental health, about who I am, and my goals, and he always reminds me about my goals because he
mm.
knows like these are the most challenging times. Actually, the fact that I'm able to even do this podcast right now is because of Justin.
Mm.
Um, so, amen. I have an amazing friend. He's just an incredible guy. I love him. And you know what's the most amazing thing? He's white. He's white. So
Mm.
the reason why I love him so much is because our friendship breaks all the barriers and all the walls that have been built around the racial barrier.
Race. Mm.
Yeah, and he genuinely loves me, man. Like, he cares about me. Like, Justin is the type of person, like, if I say to him, like, oh, flip, man, my headphones are not working, you know, Justin will, and I say, I'll only be able to have money, let's say end of the month. He won't even tell me nothing. I'll just get a notification from my bank saying there's money in my account. He's that type of friend. Like, he doesn't
But to
ignore
add
me.
on to add on what you're saying, I think the one thing before being surrounded with, one needs to be able to understand themselves,
Mm,
understand your personal needs, understand that our needs are different for different people. I
mm,
mean, um, I know for one that you're not a needy person, but I know that when you went to Justin, you're just venting because you know that there's no judgment or anything. So
mm.
when Justin does something for you, you have so much gratitude. But you will
So
meet a
much.
person, that would actually that would actually take that for granted. So I think the only way a person can be able to identify or to be able to assist them is to be able to identify the type of person that they are,
Mm,
and then once you identify the type of person you are,
mm.
you can be able to identify quality people that will assist you in terms of keeping afloat. Because for quite a long, like for such a long time, like, sorry, like a lot of people, ne, we just
Mm.
keep people. You meet new people, no, they're my friends, but they're not quality people. And they're not quality people because you also don't understand who you are,
Mm.
and I say, I know that the topic of self discovery is so, it's difficult. Anyone that says to you that, hey, I've discovered myself, is lying. You don't just do it immediately. You do it
Yeah.
through consistent action, you do it through prayer. And I think for me, most of the times and most of the conversations that I've had with people, a lot of the things that had assisted people in terms of dealing with mental health is prayer. You know, come on, I'm not a church person, but a lot of the people that I've spoken to and a lot of my friends and even myself, I know that, hey, when shit hits the fan, brah, pray, because in this prayer that you're doing, once once you have expressed yourself to
God.
Jesus or to God or to Allah, to whoever you pray to, you know, when you open your eyes to face reality, there's small graces that come about that say to you, hey, listen, you know,
Mm,
shit isn't that bad. You see, so I think if anyone feels as though they're a bit different, or if they feel as though they suffering through it, they need to be able to
mm,
identify what their real problem is. And as I said, there's
yeah.
different problems that occur, you know. There's things such as abandonment issues, there's things such as emotional abuse, there's things such as physical abuse, there's things
Mm,
such as poverty. We go back to things such as being bullied when you were young,
ooh.
insecurities,
Mm,
and the smallest things cause mental disorder. The smallest things, because especially with children, the smallest things cause that, because it's something that's so small, ne?
mm,
It bothers you, and it becomes a big problem.
mm.
You know, another person would be like, "Hey, wait, your big bones." You don't feel. You've never seen a fat skeleton. I mean, it's 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 funny, but at the same time, it
It's
understand that
not
to another
funny.
person it's okay.
Yeah.
To another person that it's okay. But hi man, khula utyebile, umhlanje, and then you're thinking to yourself, if ndimhle, why don't I feel pretty?
Mm,
Uyabo, okanye you might think you're pretty, but someone comes to you and just tells you, "Ba, yo, utyebe,"
yeah.
or even mocks you on things that you know that you cannot change. The smallest things stay in a person's mind forever.
Person's mind forever. Is your mic?
Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you now.
Okay, sorry about that. Which is why I always say to people, um, for me, I okay, I've got a PhD at talking feces. I can talk feces for days.
Listen,
Um, I can talk feces for days, and I will talk feces without flinching. However, the one thing that I had to learn is, and I had to learn this from a tender age, because understand that I'm growing from a black household. Black households, bathetha nje.
mm.
Black households, you will ask yourself, are you my mother? Are you my are we even family? Am I not
They don't care
adopted?
about your feelings,
You
man.
know,
What?
they don't care about your feelings. You know, if you grew
They're
up
gonna
with
tell
big
you
eyes,
every day that you got a
you,
big head. Okay.
you know, and
Yeah.
I think with witnessing all of that, ne,
Mm,
it got me to a point whereby I had to make an impulsive decision of saying to myself, "Bah, when I grow up and I'm able to speak for myself,
mm,
the one thing I don't want to do is ever say something hurtful that I cannot take back to a person."
mm, mm. That's powerful. That's powerful.
Because understand that you might be saying something udlala,
Mm,
or you might be saying something out of anger,
mm,
but to that person that's reciprocating it, especially if that person's not mentally strong,
mm,
they will replay it in their head over and over again. Which is why even when I date, I don't date guys that have vulgar mouths. And much as I say I can speak
yeah.
faces, I don't trash talk them now.
Mm,
But I don't date guys that speak in J with me, because I don't want to be emotionally thingied by people, because I feel as though that sticks on you.
mm,
And it's become crazy. A lot. I've grown up thinking that I have delayed reactions, and I've always been grateful for this, because a person would say something to me and I will think about it probably after a while. But hey man, uyandiqhela lo, yabo. But maybe after 2 hours. That's how delayed my reactions are. It's crazy. Ne? But it's helped me in most cases, because the type of relationships that I've had, even with people that I no longer am friends with or no longer have relations with, it's they can identify me, but they won't identify me as a person that is rude or a person that has said something hurtful to them, because I got to understand that whatever you say to people sticks,
mm. Yeah.
and it can make or break
Mm,
the type of person that they are,
mm,
you know. And if you're dealing with people that push you to be that person, you also need to move away from that. Because you do get into relationships whereby uzawufika lo muntu lona kuyanqundiswa okokoko, kuyanqundiswa ngonqundisa unqundisa uyoqonda uba hey uphele nawe unqundisa. The minute that you unqundisa with me, I'm vulgar, I know I'm vulgar, but I'm vulgar in conversation, I'm not vulgar to people, you know.
mm.
I will throw in f's here and there, and I will say something explicit, but it's never to harm
To
anyone.
hurt
So the
anyone.
minute that I deal with, yes, so the minute that I deal with people that have no sense of or consideration of feelings,
Mm.
I shut down.
Yes.
I can't. I can't. Because in my head, whatever you say to me, when I see you, I will always remember what you said to me, and I will be that person that you said I am.